Okay, so let's start or let's continue for this chapter. And okay, so let me open the slide. So he say here, for inspection system on the flow conveyor. So they say there are several types of conveyor of fruit and vegetable, piano keyboard, roller pin, run carrier, and rectangle tray, flag conveyor, and many others. And as for the small fruit, such as the orange or potatoes, roller pin and piano keyboard conveyor are suitable for fruit handling. So they are. This is the image showing the different quality of the fruit. I guess this should be the mango one, right? So you can see they have a different shape and also have a different color. So your conveyor or your detecting system must be able to handle these varieties. So when the camera acquires the image, the bottom image of the fruit is not easy to obtain. So the bottom image, the lower side one, right? So the specially designed roller pin turn over the fruit at 180 degrees, ensure the full view is acquired by the camera from the top. So basically, two inspection stages of the system can be identified. So external fruit inspection and internal fruit inspection stage. That is their two stages of the Fourier quality inspection one. So the image are processed using specific algorithm for detecting the image feature of color, size, bruisedness, and shape. Okay, so using the image, and there are many features that we can detect. And from the fruit image, the following features are commonly extracted for fruit inspection. First one is the size. So maximum and minimum the diameter, area, and extrapolator of the diameter. Color. Okay, your color space may be on the hue, saturation, and intensity (HSI), or chromaticity and LAB. That's another system for your digital image color space one. And the third feature is the shape, maybe the ratio between the maximum length and the width, complexity, circularity factor, distance from gravity center to fruit border, etc. Okay, so that all relate to the shape index. And the final one is the defect. So binary result based on the color difference on RG derived image and on age detection operation. So by using many kinds of algorithm that you can detect the defect on the fruit. Okay, yeah. So that's the reason for this digital image processing. There are many researchers try to find useful algorithm who can detect their defects, shape, or other index for their quality one. So on the other hand, for the internal fruit inspection one, NIR spectroscopy can determine the sugar content, and basically is using the Briggs equivalent index one, and assess the level of the fruit from light wavelengths received after light is transmitted through the fruit. So that is I mentioned on the last week. Okay, yeah, I've been saying about this one, and maybe you can memorize again for this one. So output signal from the PC collecting sensor data are transmitted to a judgment computer, where the final grading decision is made based on the flow appearance feature and the internal quality measurement. Okay, so not only on your appearance, but also on your internal quality one. So you have many combination label, and using this label to grade or sort your fruit. So on the other hand, we're using the robot. So this section is saying about the grading robot. So he said the peach and pears and apples are not suitable for above described conveyor and handling system because they are easily damaged on the system. They are very soft on the surface for this fruit after they get mature, right? So a grading robot system which automatically provides fruit from container and inspect all sides of the fruit was developed, and it has two Cartesian coordinated robot called the providing robot and the grading robot. So basically they have two robot, and both of them are using a Cartesian coordinate, XYZ coordinate one. The grade the grading robot consists of a 3D degree of freedom manipulator and 12 suction pad as an effector and 12 color TV camera, 28 lighting device with polarizing filter, whereas the providing robot has similar manipulator and end effector but has no machine vision. Okay, so that give you some basic idea on this robot. So here are the image for this grading robot for the round-shaped fruit. For sub-image A is their front view, and sub-image B is their side view. So from side view, we can see here that is a grading robot, and this one is a providing robot. And we have a pusher and lifter, and a halfway stage, a camera here, and a pusher here. Okay, so they will join together to conduct this function like this way, to grading the fruit. And here is another showing the information flow about the fruit processing. Okay, after the harvest. So here we can see is a grading robot and sorting packing robot in here, and each fruit or each tray or each box of the fruit they get a product ID, and after that they're using a tractor to transport this fruit to market, or also transfer the information and include the environment condition to their center computer, okay, or central unit, and all this information include the producer ID, field ID, uh, variety, and fruit number are all kept in the data set, and include also the quality one and the sale data and price and quantity. So all this data will create a transparency database, which is important for a modern marketing process. Okay, so an NIR inspector installed on each line measures sugar content and internal quality of fruit with carrier after image acquisition by a top camera online. And based on the inspection result, fruit are sorted into many grade and size. Features 14.6 showing information flow along grading operation with this robot. So we just saw this one, right? Okay, the figure 14.6. Maybe you can see once again that is one. Okay. So all fruit data are accumulated in a traceability database with linkage to other production data. In case any fruit data are acquired to be checked on at a distribution or consumption stage, it is possible to trace all the accumulated data back to their production stage by typing the product ID and the fruit position in the box. Okay, so we can using this information and trace the whole process, include the production and post-harvesting one. So it is obvious that farming operation have much relation with the fruit grading data, and the data can be used as farming guidance to achieve precision agriculture. So if the data are accumulated in the database every year, okay, so year by year, after we collect many data on your product, then the farmer can make a very useful on this information to improve their quality or improve their efficiency on their production one. And here are saying about the sensor. So maybe I can stop in here.